Alright, I think we are live. Hello everyone, how's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing great, I hope everyone's doing amazing, because I know I am. My name is Chad, I'm a motion designer, and I'm learning to draw every day just to prove to people that it is not that hard. This is messing with me, so let's just stop it. It's late, it's my bad actually, I should have started streaming sooner today. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna talk much, it's going to be a quick 15 minutes. I wanna mess around, and that's it. No beaches app picture. Hello, Derpy. I think that's a child. Dude, I just realized which meme you're referring to. That's hilarious. It's starting to look like the beat, doesn't it? Time to whip out the good old magma. Yeah, and I think it's better if you like take a screenshot of this because I'm not staying very long today. I kind of messed around and started streaming late, and I need to wake up early tomorrow, so just going to try to start or feel how this is going to be. I watched one of Loish's videos, and it was interesting how she was using the brush. And by the way, I got one of her brushes, her smudging brushes, and bro, let me tell you, it is amazing. I mean, look at this. Oh, whoops, this is not it. No, smudge, yeah. Look at this, bro. Beautiful smudging. It's just great. So I want to use that. She uses also the lasso tool a lot and the gradients a lot. So it's kind of like I'm trying to implement some good practices, or at least see what, you know, practices people use, the masters use, and try to use some of them. Yeah, it's really cool. I really like it. Can't even see her ears. Yeah, the distortion is very impactful, I guess, of how she looks. I'm just trying not to make it look, I guess, noodly, but I also don't want to introduce like too many details, or like maybe not too many, but trying not to overwork certain areas, you know. And try to also make it look as randomized as possible. Open mouths can feel kind of complicated for me, not used to drawing them. Well, this is an opportunity. Yeah, open mouths are kind of weird to me as well, especially teeth. Like when it comes to teeth, I tend to make, whenever I try to do teeth, like I make the character look very creepy. So I probably need to figure out a way to make them look less creepy, but I felt similar about like the profile view, and I feel I'm getting better with that. Yeah, just like try to stick with it, do it a couple of times, you'll do fine. It's like a whole new area of planes and shapes, I guess, that we just don't usually see. Yeah, exactly. And it's very rich. It's very, like, a lot is happening there. Even though, hold on. I guess what? It's like the two, like this is what, like the teeth. One here and one, let's say, like here. These are like what? Teeth? Amazing teeth, I know. And then there's a tongue, which is like, I don't know, kind of like this. This is a beautiful mouth, I know. And these, and the lips kind of like wrap around them. Wait a minute. But they have volume, so these are the lips. Wait, the upper lip, why does the upper lip look like this? This is an alligator's mouth. Right, I guess. The tongue is puffier than that. The way I'm approaching it right now is kind of like applying a posterized filter on it in my mind. Ooh, okay. That's straight up a set of chompers. Yeah, this is definitely not anatomically correct. But anyways, oh my god, Photoshop, you... Yeah. Okay, I guess I'm getting to a point where I don't have a problem with sketching now. I feel like what I need to put more energy into now is rendering, I think. Because it doesn't matter the brush, like I've used like the one with no pressure sensitivity, none of that. And I made some pretty fine, acceptable sketches. And that's all you need really if you want to like start actually rendering. All you need is a good placement of like the proportions, and that's it. You can just like move on to rendering. And I think that's how I want to approach future drawings, you know. And even if like my proportions were off, I can always use, oh my god, I can always use the liquify tool, which is pretty amazing. Like, it's a lifesaver. It's a time saver too. Where is the folder? There we go. If I think in terms of values anyway, when I sketch, hopefully that will translate to rendering too. I want to get more into that. Oh yeah, definitely. I think your approach is different from the one I want to go with. I think you want to just like go with a sketch. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not gonna try to interpret what you're trying to do. But I think you want to go on with a sketch and just like keep going on that sketch. And add more details to that, and that's absolutely amazing. Like, I think you mentioned Kim Jong-il once, and that's most likely what Kim Jong-il does. Okay, I need to get the buttons in my tablet to reserve one for the lasso tool, one for the gradient tool, and one for the smudge tool. Actually, so brush, maybe an eraser as well. So brush, smudge, gradient, and lasso. These four lower buttons. And then the upper buttons would be an eraser, no, a back, like Control Z, one, a brush size, up and down one, and what else? And a move. I think that would be it. Some Alt, Control Z. Zoom in and out, I think that's important as well. That's not enough. Yeah, I feel like maybe that approach could be, well, approachable. Yeah, I mean, that's valid. Let's take a color. I don't really care if I pick like the correct color, by the way. Let's see here. I think it's safe to just like fill it. I don't really need to make any gradients yet. Whoops, that is not it. Yeah, whatever. And then, for example, in this area, what I would do, or what Loish actually does, is she takes this area right here, she makes a small selection like this, and then with the gradient tool, she goes, well, why is it red here? It's not supposed to be red. Right? She does this. Right? I don't know how she does it fast. Whoa. And there's something that she's doing that I'm not, you know, seeing. Right, something like that. And then if she wants to smooth out these edges, she can do that. right? Smooth out this edge. But no, this is definitely the wrong color, by the way. Okay, let me take other areas where we want to apply this gradient, this right here. Hold on. This right here. Sounds neat. Maybe share the Discord to the Discord clip of. Oh yeah, I will. After I'm done with the stream, maybe I can do that. It's a process video that I watched actually today, where she was like the video is sped up by like 250%. So she's doing things very fast. But the way she's going, like between the lasso tool, the gradient, and the smudge, it's very impressive. And she also uses like some other tricks that maybe you either can see or I can show here. So hold on, let me check if we can. How do I make the gradient the color of my brush? How do I do that? Because it happened a few times, I think, with me, but reverse, dither, method, linear, classic, no? Well, she definitely doesn't go into the gradient editor and edits the gradients by herself. She doesn't do that. So that's weird. Okay, we're straight up going with red. I'm straight up gonna go with red. Oh, the selection. Ah, I see. Okay, that's fine. That impacts the rest of the things. The rest of the areas. That's fine. Maybe there's some color picker behind keybind or something. Maybe? Yeah, maybe. Isn't this cool? I mean, this already looks cool to me, to be able to do this. And she does it very fast too, like she's used to it. Besides the fact that she's speeding up the video. Oh, whoops. Right, and then with the smudge, we can increase the strength, make it smaller, and smudge these areas. Right, and I can actually take, and another thing she does, because she keeps her sketch, like she doesn't go another layer and does like some actual line work. No, she keeps her sketch and she colors over that, and so she doesn't really do any other like covering line work. But what she does is she changes the color of the layer. Colorize, yeah. So it could be anything crazy. I can make it like anything stylized or something. I think I'm gonna go with something like this, and maybe we can change it later. Another trick she does, I wanna show you like other tricks she does. So another trick she does is she goes with the lasso tool for example, I want to add this area around here, right? The darkness around the rim of the head. So she would do this, for example, and then she would go. You can see here like a feather for the selection. She would feather it something like 50 pixels, right? And hopefully I remember this right. And then she goes Control U, and she changes the color of this area. Oh no, I'm doing it on the wrong layer. Here we go. Control U, boom. Right, let's say for example we want it a little bit darker. Obviously this is a bad use of it, but I'm just going to show it anyways. And I think 50% is too little. 50 pixels is too little. It's not showing. Well, it's not. It didn't work. Hold on. Let me deselect. So again, feather. Let me do 200 pixels. No. 100 pixels. Okay. Now I select this. Oh, I see. And then she does this. Would this work? Oh, okay. Now, oh, you see? So you see here the selection is kind of like feathered, and so the color turns into a gradient, which is really, really nice. It's really fucking cool. So we can make this person kind of angry, actually. I guess Control U does like a destructive HSL adjustment. Yeah, it does that. But it doesn't really matter because when it comes to painting, it's like very simple to just like color over it and do it over again. It's not really a problem. That's a cool use. It is very cool. And so yeah, you can mix these areas of the feathers to just like make gradients of multiple colors. Angry, I know, right? That was just random. Like I didn't mean to do that. And so okay, 50% is too much. Let's do 100% is too much. Let's do like 40. And I want to do the areas of the highlights right now. So this right here, for example, right? And let's do it one by one so we don't, and increase the lightness. Okay, I think that's still too much. 40 is still too much. Let's do 20. Yeah, I think that's cool. I can even go with a smaller area, Control U, and make it even lighter. You know? And then something around here too. And I still haven't even used the smudge yet. And I was thinking like, oh, I need to have access to the smudge tool and be able to use it. There's a lot of other options. I guess we can do like this area too. Light it up a little bit. Right, and obviously we can go here and so you can pick these colors and do a little bit here, or even go brighter, do a little bit here, you know, and then I can smudge it. And then go back here. Maybe I'm not really happy with how this is turning out. Just go here, do a little bit of smudging there. This is pretty neat. Like, this is a cool like workflow, I think. I don't think there's enough redness going on here, so definitely gonna do a little bit of this. A little boop on the blurry reds. A blurry light red on the nose. Oh yeah, yes. There's okay. I see you. Okay, this red needs to be more intense around here. And we need some red around here too. So now, so the red doesn't get out from the boundaries, we take the lasso tool and boom. I think I think around here. Oh no. So the feathering can be a problem sometimes, because sometimes it doesn't make you make small selections. So let's color that. What else? I guess there is a bit of a rim shadow, a drop shadow here. So there's that. Definitely around here. How do we go from 197 to 180? We travel back in time. That's a good question. I forgot to schedule the stream. And so I realized that I need to schedule the stream after, you know, yeah, I told you guys about how like I have YouTube locked after like 11:30, and so my YouTube was locked after 11:30, and I wasn't able to access YouTube and schedule the stream. So I scheduled it from OBS, and I didn't really know what day it was. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna put a random day. But I'm gonna fix it, like after, like tomorrow I'll fix it. Okay, I think this is so much fun. I'm gonna stop here. And I'm gonna carry on tomorrow. Actually, this is so much fun. Like, I don't want to stop. The neat thing also is that like you find yourself with a multitude of colors just from the amount of gradients that have been made. You know. Anyways, I'm gonna apply some, let's see, saturation, lightness. She does have like a few other tricks that she uses as well. I'm gonna see if I can like share it on the Discord. Alright, I think this is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Derpy, my man. We'll pick up drawing maybe from tomorrow. Maybe we can do some timed stuff. Maybe I'll mess around with this more because I'm excited to use like this new bag of tools. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate every single one of you. And yeah, peace out.